Hello, everyone, and welcome to Real Talk Radio right here on KKVI 89.9 FM. I'm your host, Valencia King, and today we have an amazing friend of the show, leader in the music industry. You know him and you love his music. Tedashii is on the line with us right now. So, how are you doing on this fantastic day?
I am doing well. I'm doing good. How about you?
I am doing awesome as well. Okay, now that's really lovely to hear because I like when people are happy on the days.
Yeah. It's a good day. It's going on.
Awesome. Okay. So just to let you know, we do have East Texas listening in right now, as well as Dallas County. So one time for everyone out in East Texas.
Yeah, what's happening? Everybody out of Texas.
Most definitely. Okay. Now, honestly, Tedashii, one of the standout things about you is that you're really an artist who isn't afraid to let your fans in on who you really are. And it really showcases throughout your music. And I did an interview with Tyrese a while back about his book, and he dedicated a whole chapter on making it out of your own environment. But I really want to ask you how much of your environment is reflected in your music and really plays a part of who you are today.
Yeah, great question. A lot of what I do, I would say majority of what I do reflects the environment I came out of, the environment that I'm currently in, or an environment that I overcome in some senses. So most of my music will deal with life experiences, lifestyle, and then just the wrestle of how to reconcile what I was told to be culturally and who God made me to be just as a person. So overall, I think everything that I do comes from that vantage point.
Most definitely. Now, I did mention that we have East Texas listening, and we have a question from Glory J out at Tyler College. So her question is, do you have a plan B in life? If so, what's your plan B? And she says, for example, if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
Right. So just as a person who wants to be well prepared, I do have a plan B. I plan to never use my plan B, so I'll make that known too. Like, I don't want to. I've met numerous people in life who have told me to have a plan B, but it's because they expected plan A to not work at some point. And for me, plan A is a plan that I plan to keep going until the Lord takes me home. So, but plan B would be leaving what I do currently and going into some sort of teacher role. I love teaching. I enjoy teaching. So, yeah, it'd be something in that lane. But more or less, plan A is what I'm planning for.
I love it. And so we could possibly see you teaching at UNT, maybe? I don't know, Mean Green?
Maybe. I don't know. But for me, so plan A is plan A, plan B is key plan A, and plan C is to think about how to make plan B happen.
And in that order, I mentioned UNT because that's where I attend, and I know you also serve at the Village Church in Denton, Texas, and our homecoming is this weekend, so I had to bring that up.
Yeah.
Now, I do have to ask a real talk question, and I really understand, the process that you, I feel like I understand the process that you may go through as a Christian artist, heavily in the music industry and heavily influencing the music industry. But what do you think the most challenging part is? And I ask this because a real close affiliate of Real Talk Radio, Young Beezy, aka the Son of David, is going through those steps. And I know personally when he's looking at you or Lecrae or other gospel inspirations, he's really trying to find out, how you guys make it through. So how do you do that?
Yeah, great question. I definitely think the most challenging part for me, I know every artist is different, but the most challenging part for me is to do something and call it finished. I heard a quote one time from an artist, and it said, music is never finished, it's just released. And so art to me expresses who I am, the world as well as the world around me. And so it may never be complete in my brain, in my mind, yet I have to release it at some point. And then in doing so, being okay with someone getting a great picture that I might not see as a complete picture. Does that make sense?
It does, actually. See, I can grasp my mind around that.
Yeah, and so with that, my goal is to be as transparent as possible and as genuine as possible. So when people get what they get from me, they get real life, totally. So that it speaks more than if I was more about speaking an allegory or whatever. I don't know, but just not being withholding at the end of the day.
Wow, I love that you bring up the part that you really want to be transparent, because it brings me to the question that all the fans want to know about. Don't worry, I'm about to ask the question, you guys. Okay, so Need It Daily was a single off your third studio album, Black Light, and it's my job to inform you that your supporters and your fans need more Tedashii music daily, just that. So please take this time and let us know what you're working on now and what we have to look forward to in the upcoming 2014, in addition to being on the Unashamed 5 tour.
Yeah, no, that's good. So I am working on the music again. I started working a couple weeks back, and so there's some new music already made. There's new music that I'm constantly making, and so I'll get with the label at some point, and we'll start talking about album, and we'll start talking about when that should happen, so on and so on. But for me, just being an artist, just wired the way I am, no matter what I experience or whatever I go through, it seems like art is a great way to express and release what I think and what I feel, and somewhat even, therapeutic for myself. So in light of all of that, I started working on the music again. And so I actually, with the Unashamed 5 that's happening now, the goal is to say every weekend when we go out, I'll have something new for people to hear. And so that's kind of the goal for me. So this past weekend, we were in Charlotte. I was like, I'm missing the first one. We were in Charlotte, and then we were in Chicago. And I was able to do a new song there, and people will be able to hear that soon. But every week, I'm trying to do something new. So if everybody is available to come out, which I suggest you need to be, for the Unashamed 5 Dallas, and I think it's the 23rd, November 23rd, then I say come out, because I definitely have new music there for people to be able to hear as well. So
most definitely. Well, I'm definitely excited about that. And once again, reiterate the date, November 23rd, everyone. It's coming to Dallas. If you're doing something, cancel it, because now you're going to do something better. Exactly. Okay, so here's how we do it at Real Talk Radio. We kind of let the conversation take the lead. And with that being said, duo back-to-back kind of real talk questions. I have been really inspired by the quotes you've given us today, and this is what I've got from your quote. So it says, your plan B and C should be to make plan A work and support plan A. And then also, learn something so you can teach something. That's what I've gotten from you today. Okay? Now, we're going to do a little impromptu. So if you could give us, what would be your quote of today? A little impromptu. Quote of today.
Quote of today, if I could give you an impromptu. Life has an entrance and life has an exit, but life happens between the two. That's actually what I was praying about today. That most people consider what happens in between to be the most important part of it. But in reality, there's an exit. And so when I leave the room, what do I want the room to be left with? And I want to be left with everything that happened in between. And ultimately, that'll have to matter. So that's been my thought for today. It's been my thought for the week. As we go city to city, state to state, and do the tour, go to the concerts, or what have you, I get an entrance on stage, I get an exit off stage. And in between that is what people will remember the most. No one ever says that the way you walked off stage was amazing. But when I leave, the fact that I left is there as well. And so when I leave, what am I leaving with? And that's ultimately what I wanted for my life. I want that to leave you with something more than I came in and I went out. So it makes sense. I'm sorry if it was long-winded, but...
Most definitely. Okay, let me just pause and just let you know that you are truly an inspiration to me, myself, and my whole generation right now. And I really want to thank you for continuing doing the work that you do, because it is touching people. It is touching lives. That's why I had to let them know when we can expect some new music, because we're waiting for it. We're waiting for it. Most definitely. And like you said, on the tour thus far, he's been letting us hear little music. So if you want to get an inside scoop on the new music, you got to come out, you guys. Dallas, you have to come out. I'm challenging you to come out on November 23rd, College Park Center, right here, you guys, November 23rd. Make it happen. I really sincerely thank you so much for being a part of Real Talk Radio, and you have definitely, from intro to outro, left us with something to remember, and that's why it's my job to let you know you are truly welcome back anytime, okay?
Okay, you got it. I appreciate it so much.
Most definitely, you guys. We have had Christian rap artist Tedashii of Reach Records with us here on Real Talk Radio today with yours truly, Valencia King, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Matter of fact, I know you have enjoyed it, and I will see you all on November 23rd. Hello to all the kings and queens of Real Talk Radio. I hope you guys enjoyed our interview with Christian rap artist of Reach Records, Tedashii. If you did, tweet me and tweet Tedashii at Valencia_King and at Tedashii, no underscore in between, and let us know you enjoyed the hashtag Real Talk Radio interview. And don't forget, we need to see your face on November 23rd at the Unashamed 5 tour. Hey all my kings and queens of Real Talk Radio. I hope you enjoyed our interview with the Christian rap artist of Reach Records, Tedashii. Show your support by tweeting me at Valencia_King and at Tedashii, Tedashii, with the hashtag Real Talk Radio to let us know you enjoyed it. And remember to mark your calendars for November 23rd when the Unashamed 5 tour comes through Dallas, Texas. We want to see you there.